Oh, the numbers, Mason. Let's move on to the numbers. You know, here on this stream, my content in my space, for those not familiar with me, if you're watching the Hokage highlights, this is the first video you've ever seen. For the longest, certain people in the community have said, I'm the DJ Academics of gaming. I'm going to say, I've always pushed back on that. I don't think I look like him. I think it's the complexion. That's what it is. Like, we share the same complexion, but I don't think facial structure we look alike. Physically, we definitely don't look alike. And personality-wise, we damn for sure are not alike. And I don't even mean that as an insult. There's nothing like, we are nothing alike. I am not on Twitter crashing out over Drake. I am not crying myself to sleep with a Henny bottle. It says same head shape. Maybe that's what it is. But in terms of personality, we are not the same. We are not the same. That being said, since people keep saying it, critical thinking is at an all-time low, I just lean into it. And one thing about DJ Academics is he's the numbers guy. A lot of times he defines what's good music based off of sales. So I lean into the joke. We talk about numbers here on the stream. Because I'm a good sport. I'm a good sport. I'm a good sport. So I got a few articles talking about the numbers, Mason. And first things first, PlayStation community come to the front. In the year 2024, you guys did not buy the greatest RPG of all time. Your words, not mine. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. You didn't buy Rise of Ronin. You did buy Stellar Blade because y'all are fucking horny. What was another game y'all didn't buy? It was like 3 games. The point is, you guys sit in your Twitter spaces and you talk about games more than you buy them. But that's fine. That's fine. You may not buy games, but at least you are supporting Sony. I will give you that much. It's just you don't buy games. You know what you did buy? The PlayStation Portal. Ladies and gentlemen, the PlayStation Portal is currently the best-selling accessory in the US for 2024. Despite all the concerns surrounding its release, the PlayStation... And you know what's crazy about this, too? If you remember when the PlayStation Portal came out, the internet, everybody on the internet is like, this shit is trash. Especially because they were calling it the PSP. Remember, the internet does not reflect real life because people bought it. The PlayStation Portal is still performing very well for Sony. In Sarkana's monthly video game sales chart for the United... monthly video games, not accessories, monthly video game sales chart for the United States in May 2024, executive director confirmed that it was the best-selling accessory in dollar sales. Furthermore, it topped accessory sales for the year to date. Not gonna lie, I got one of those and I barely touched that motherfucker. The PlayStation Portal launched in November 2023 and sold out in the US and the United Kingdom within 2 days. Spain also saw 3 times the sales for the accessory compared to the Xbox Series X since its launch. Sony hasn't provided sales figures on the PlayStation Portal. However, PlayStation Vice President of Product Management confirmed that last February that demand has continued to exceed our expectations. Sony said, wait a minute. You guys don't want to buy the greatest RPG of all time? Your words, not mine? You guys are not interested in buying Rise of Ronin? You wanted to buy the remaster of The Last of Us and the PlayStation Portal? Oh, say less. Now we don't got to spend hundreds of $millions on more game development. We'll just make these so they can buy older games and remasters. Our overall spending on accessories reached $148 million, which dropped 8% over last year. Though gamepad spending fell by 12%, headphone and headset spending rose by 10%. Damn, y'all breaking y'all headsets, bro. Stop throwing your headsets, man. Stop throwing your headsets. So just an interesting little statistic. Y'all seem to really love the PlayStation Portal. I'm determined to beat Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, but I've been thinking about getting a Steam Deck because now the Steam Deck can stream games from your PlayStation to it. So now to me, this product is even more worthless. Why buy this when you can get a Steam Deck for an extra $100 plus you can play PC games and shit? You know what I'm saying? You can play PlayStation and PC games. I don't really see the point in this, but to each its own. I get the value of it. There's a lot of moms and dads out there that maybe want to play on the couch, and that's why they got this thing. Just thought you guys would buy Final Fantasy VII Remake more. Steam Deck's on sale July 11th. How much is going for, Tino? How much is going for? Other numbers news. I know I was cracking jokes about PlayStation niggas not buying any games because you're too busy buying accessories. Xbox niggas, because I saw somebody in the chat just now say Xbox is better. $295. Xbox niggas, calm down. I got numbers for you niggas too. We on your head top too. Now, you remember when Hellblade 2 came out last month or month or two ago? When I dropped my review, I said the game is probably the best looking game of the year. It has some moments, but I'm not going to lie. It is a walking simulator. Very underwhelming in terms of gameplay. Because remember, we play video games for games first. Everything else is a bonus. That's what makes Mass Effect great. It's a rare combination of a great game and a great story. Very rarely do those two things come together. Usually it's one or the other. Usually the gameplay. This is the rare case where the story was cool, but the gameplay not so much. And when I said that in my review, I had a lot of Xbots in the comment section, whether it was this stream or my YouTube video, calling me a Sony pony, a fucking drone, a PC nigga, simply because I said that it could do better. And then we got the statistics. I think it was like 90% of people didn't beat Hell. What was the number, chat? Do y'all remember the number? Didn't beat Hellblade to achievement. What was the number? It was 90? Was it 90? I think it was. Let's type 90. Yep, it was. Talking shit in my comment section about how this is, because I've seen Game of the Year arguments for this game. We got the data. We got the numbers on you niggas, bro. Now, I'm sure that number might have changed. It's not 90 anymore, maybe 85%. The game's only 5 hours. But at the time, that first month, 5-hour game, only 90% of Hellblade 2 players even beat the game. You spent more time on Twitter defending it than playing it, which is insane because, once again, it's a 5-hour game. Now, some of you might be wondering, how do we know only 90% beat it? Because there's an achievement at the end of the game when you beat it. And most people didn't have it. So I say that to say, we have more data on you Xbox niggas. Not only did most of you not beat it who bought it, but most of you didn't even buy it. You just talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hellblade 2 is a fairly short game that offers an immersive impact. Man, right here. And the European sales chart has revealed that Hellblade 2 failed to break into the top 1, not the top 5, not the top 10, not the top 25, the top 100 games in May. You niggas are frauds. What? The top 100? That means you're competing with games from like 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Because the top 25 should really only be new games. This is why I started talking about numbers on this stream. It started off as a joke, but I'm fucking sick of you people coming in my chat trying to tell me, oh, just stay behind Radon. That's how you beat him. You need to heal. Most you niggas didn't even get to Radon. You never got past the Moon Knight. You never beat Mog. You never... How can you give me tips on how to fight Radon when 30% of you beat Millennia? The numbers are dwindling. They're dwindling very... Like I say, yo, it started off, and I'm being dead ass serious when I say this, because I know I'd be hamming it up. It started off as a joke when I would say, like, yo, I don't think y'all play. It's like little things people would say in the chat. I would see in comment sections of my videos, social media, other videos. It started off as a joke. But the more I'm starting to study things people say in response to other things people say about certain games, I'm starting to realize it's not a joke. It didn't crack the top 100? On streaming platforms, Hellblade 2 crashed pretty quickly. It reached a peak of 110,000 viewers on Twitch on launch day, but by the second day, it dwindled by 90%. A peak of just 900 users was recorded. Damn, you're really right. Niggas don't play games like that, including myself. And like, let me reiterate. He said like myself. I respect the honesty. I don't care if you don't play these games. I'm not making fun of y'all. Like, you can't afford them or you're not interested in it. That's fine. The part that the reason I keep bringing up these numbers, that what confuses me is, if you didn't play it, why do you feel the need to be part of the conversation? And do you do this in other parts of your life? Because this is a dangerous way to live. Because we're just talking about video games. What if we were... These people are allowed to vote. They're allowed to vote. This is crazy. Bring debate class back to school. Bring critical thinking back to school. So before you Xbox niggas start making fun of PlayStation niggas, you're all frauds. We also got some numbers. Console sales are down. Nintendo Switch drops the hardest as all consoles declined by double digits in comparison to 2023. Now, the Nintendo Switch makes sense. It's an 8-year-old piece of hardware. And when it came out 8 years old, it was already 2-3 years old in terms of hardware specs. It was already, so like in terms of computer talk, the Nintendo Switch is a fucking dinosaur. It's an old dog. It's an old dog. Computers, for those that don't understand, technology ages like dogs. It's real fast. It's real fast. So make sure to spend time with your dog, because your dog may not be all of your life, but you'll be all of his. That's why when Aki comes, I give him a kiss. And I say, you should be thankful. A lot of people want that. But the Nintendo makes sense. Who the fuck wants a Switch in 2024? We're waiting for the Switch 2. Now, the other two, the PS5 and the Xbox Series, I don't know, man. I think some of it has to do with finances. Like, you know, money's tight for a lot of people. And then, you know, a lot of people make the argument they don't see a reason to buy a next gen or a current gen console because there's nothing there for them. And I think that's because platforms continue to support the PS4. You know, 2K this year, I think, is still coming out on the PS4 because they're so afraid to lose money because the install base is bigger on the PS4. But my thing is, like, one of the reasons why these pieces of hardware are not being pushed is because because of console parity. You cannot push the PS5 to its limits if we're making a PS4 version, because we have to make sure it runs on that version. And damn for sure the Switch version. Oh my God. Have you seen the Switch version of Mortal Kombat? That shit is ass. So it's like, it's a vicious cycle. At some point, you're going to have to take the plunge. You're going to have to take the plunge, save some money up, get a PS5, get an Xbox Series. It's the only way we can move forward for gaming, because it's going to get really weird. It's going to get really weird. We're moving towards the PS5 Pro and the PS6. When the PS6 comes out in the next Xbox, are y'all still going to be talking about the PS4 version? I don't need to upgrade. My shit don't turn on. My shit. Okay. My Xbox 360 still turns on. It's in the closet. And if I ever have an itch to play a game that was exclusive to the 360, I can plug it in and play it. But that is not a current gen console. It's not. No, thank you. Gaming companies need to stop supporting predecessors. Well, the issue is greed. They want to maximize their dollar, so they want to get as big of a install bases. Because the thing is, you have to look at it from a business standpoint, right? If there's like 200 million PS4 users, but there's only 50 million PS5 users, you can only sell 50 million copies of your game. But then you have to be realistic. That's not going to happen. Because remember, what? Most PlayStation niggas don't buy. Most PlayStation niggas don't buy the greatest RPG of all time. They just talk about it. So you have to understand, within that 50 million, you're only going to sell X amount of copies. I think best case scenario right now would probably be Spider-Man 2. I think that the last time I checked, that sold 10 million. It's pretty good. That's a best case scenario. That's Spider-Man. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Spider-Man would sell at least 25 million. It's fucking Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the most popular comic book hero in the world. It's Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. Like, that's like the big three in terms of popularity. So like, you would think that it would have sold more. PS4 for life. Yo, stop. What a hole, stop. Oh shit. You said Baldur's Gate did? Oh no, why that shit won't give it a year, bro? Oh my goodness. I mean, ultimately it comes down to what exclusives are they're making to entice people to make the next gen. I feel that. I feel like there's been good games. I think what it is too, and this is where the corporations are fucking up, right? Fortnite and other games that made gaming go really mainstream, even like COVID. Everybody was doing crazy numbers during COVID. They looked at those numbers, I think, these corporations, and they assumed those people who picked up Fortnite during COVID would play Ghost of Tsushima. No, nigga, no. There's no guarantee of that. Those people who picked up and played Fortnite, they assumed they were gonna play Spider-Man. No, there's no guarantee of that. There's no correlation, especially the newer gamers, basically. It's kind of one of it's growing pains. And there's no guarantee that these new batch of gamers that have come in and joined the community will ever become hardcore gamers. Do you think Spider-Man did better than the Arkham series? I doubt it. Just because there's like 4 different Arkham games, like combined, I doubt it. I don't know what the sales are. Like, just educated guess, I doubt it. There's not enough. No, there's a bunch of Spider-Man games too. I don't know. It could have. I don't know. You think Wolverine will sell well? Wolverine's a very popular character. Not as popular as Spider-Man. I don't know. I think best case scenario for Wolverine probably is 10 million. I don't see 25. I don't see that 20 plus range. I see 5 to 10 for Wolverine. It'll do good. It'll do good with like gamers, but I don't see it like breaking that 20 mil plus, like that beyond diamond status. I don't think the game leak helped. Oh yeah, and then you know what? Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I'm glad you brought that up. It sucks to see that happen for Insomniac. That game leak that happened for Wolverine with the gameplay that's like floating around, that just reinforces what I'm talking about when I said when COVID came and everybody was stuck indoors, it gave a spike to gaming and a lot of people became gamers. And there's no guarantee they're going to play games, but also those people who are now interested in gaming and they're new to it, they're not educated on the game. Even a lot of, I'm gonna be honest, even a lot of hardcore gamers are not educated on the development side of games. So now you have an influx of casual gamers coming in who are interested in looking to try some things. Shout out to the people trying Elden Ring. It's a lot of new people trying that type of shit. They're going to look at that leaked footage of Wolverine and they're going to say, this shit looks like trash because they don't understand development cycles. There's no malice behind it. It's just genuine ignorance because there is a difference between having malice and just being genuinely ignorant about stuff. So like, I actually agree with you. I think those leaks will hurt Wolverine in terms of the mainstream, but the hardcore will buy Wolverine. Now, what's the number? I'm going to estimate 5 to 10 million. Lifetime sales, maybe like 15 to 20, but I could be wrong. Same thing happened with the GTA 6 leaks. GTA is a little bit different. GTA is not Wolverine. GTA is a mainstream game. That's a game that crossed over. GTA transcends gaming. That GTA is going to sell regardless. Will it maintain it? I don't know because we got to see their business practices. You got the Game Pass shit. We got more numbers. That's actually perfect because we talking about numbers. Microsoft is hiking the price of Game Pass Ultimate and launching a new standard tier. When did this article come out? Oh, this is today. Yeah, I missed this one. All right, let's see. Microsoft's planning a price hike for Game Pass Ultimate in September alongside launching a new standard subscription that doesn't include day one access to first-party Xbox games. Boo. That's the whole purpose of having it. I don't like that. They're basically trying to finesse you into getting the Ultimate Edition. So basically, they're going to have a tier for Game Pass that gives you everything but the Xbox exclusives day one. The Xbox marker has started emailing Game Pass Ultimate subscribers warning of a price increase to $20 a month that starts on September 12th, a $3 increase over the current $16.99 a month pricing. PC Game Pass subscribers will also see a price hike, moving from $9.99 to $11.99 per month and maintaining access to day one titles. If you're outside the US and wondering how the price increase affects your own subscription, Microsoft has a full list of all worldwide prices. Can I get grandfathered in with the old price? Damn. The price increase comes just before Microsoft plans to add Call of Duty Black Ops 6 and other big first-party Xbox games to its Game Pass service later this year. The price increase will largely affect Ultimate subscribers who make up the vast majority of Game Pass subscribers and come just a year after the last Game Pass price hike. All right, so let me interpret the data for you. Let me tell you why this is problematic. not only do we get the price hike right now, but if we look at the data, remember, patterns matter. Here's a new pattern. I'm not saying this will happen, but I'm saying let's keep an eye on this. Microsoft likes to collect studios like Thanos likes to collect stones for his gauntlet. And now that we know the price hike is coming right after they bought Activision, because Call of Duty will be on Game Pass day one, it's safe to assume if they buy more big studios or publishers and they implement those games day one, there might be a price hike. So let's say, Ubisoft is always under threat of hostile takeover. Let's say I'm not saying this is happening. I'm not saying this is a rumor. This is all hypothetical. Let's say Ubisoft is bought by Microsoft. An educated guess would tell us there could be a price increase of $1 to $3 because Assassin's Creed would be day one on the Game Pass. So then I got to ask the question. This is all hypothetical, just me interpreting data. Are you canceling Game Pass if this becomes a trend? I'm not saying it will, but we're going to keep an eye on this. If it becomes a trend, are you canceling Game Pass? Because I am. I'm not going to continue to pay more to own less. It feels like Netflix. Netflix was great when it first came out. And what made it great was it was cheap. Now I got to pay $100,000 for some shit I don't own. Bitch, I'm buying Blu-rays now. That's why I've been collecting games again. You predicted it. You said on GI Podcast they would up the price if they added COD. I don't even remember. Shout out to me though. I just be yapping. We need to draw a line with the price hikes. Draw a line. Okay, what's the line? So the current price hike is going to $20 a month. Hold up. Let me look at my Discord. One second. What's the number? For me, it's probably 25. 30 max. Because that's a big bill. Said max. You'd pay $50 a month? You'd pay $50 a month for Game Pass for some games you don't own? Hold up. I'm not gonna lie, 25, 30 is probably the number for me. That's crazy. 50 times 12. That's $600 a year. You would pay for that? More power. Hey, drop 5 subs in the chat, rich nigga. We ain't hit the sub goal. Hold up. Nah. Matter of fact, make it 10. Drop 10 subs in the chat. All rich niggas who said 30 plus, I need to see 5 subs in the chat. Y'all rich. Y'all are rich. You're fucking rich. This is crazy. $600 is a lot of money. For some people, that's rent. Like if you live in, well, not Cleveland, rent is free. But if you live like in maybe Milwaukee or something, you're renting a room. That's rent money right there. Like, god damn. Yo, shout out to Ducky Mo Hoes with the 5 gifted subs. That's what we like to see. If you rich, show me. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Because remember, it's not tricking if you got it. I just got into PC gaming too. Damn, 11 not too bad though. They got the standard joint though. Apple Gaming is taking over. Might as well buy a PC for that price. On the east side. Is the east side the hood in Milwaukee? Cleveland catching strays. Somebody got to do it. In more positive numbers news, Elden Ring sales jump almost 500% after the release of Shadow of the Erdtree. Yo, shout out to OG Shaba Ranks with the 25 gifted big ones. That's what I'm saying. Rich niggas make some noise. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Which is no surprise. The DLC came out. It's the talk of the social media. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's posting memes. I seen a funny ass meme of a nigga fighting a sunflower, and he was like, that one boss fight. Like if you play Shadow of the Erdtree, you get it. That shit had me dying laughing. That's the north side? Oh, okay. That nigga paying that 50? Y'all really paying that 50, bruh. Did you beat it yet? Yeah, I beat it. I beat it 2 days ago. I got the footage. Check my Twitter, Rio. Check my Twitter. I be Radon. Eastside has the hipsters. Got you. Did you beat it yet, Rio? What up, Rio? So yeah, this doesn't surprise me. Shout out to Elden Ring making them sales. And just further proof, when you make a good game, people will buy it. People will buy it. He stayed behind him the whole fight, and I healed. I just healed whenever I wanted. And then last but not least, yeah, I did it, bro. It was fun. That last fight was stressful. It's crazy to see all these numbers in front of you because I bet you they're aiming for people that wouldn't see that 600 total. You know that. Well, that's what it is, Pharaoh. That's a good point you bring up. So this is why for those, and this has nothing to do with gaming. This is why a lot of companies are switching to a subscription model. It's a reoccurring revenue. So they know at least 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever their price is, that's going to come in a month. You multiply that by hundreds of thousands, if not millions of customers, you making buku money. And I forgot where I read it. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been a victim of this shit. Sometimes you subscribe to shit and you just forget about it. And these companies, I've read articles about it. They prey on that shit because it's just $5. It's just $10. You stressed out. You're not really paying attention too much. If you got it on auto pay, you might not notice it. I remember this was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I found out I was still paying for Netflix. I had to call them up. I didn't even know my damn login and shit like that. It's like gym memberships. So yeah, the problem is everybody's switching to subscription services. So the psychological trick is not working anymore because it went from I'm subscribed to Netflix and maybe Hulu to now I'm subscribed to Amazon Prime, Hulu, Netflix, HBO, Paramount shit, YouTube Premium. Some of you still got cable because you're a boomer. You see what I'm saying? Game Pass. Nigga, it's too much. You can't trick me now, nigga. All this money coming out my bank account. You might have been able to get away with that $5 to $20 a month when it was just that. I might have not noticed that because I'm stressed out or I'm going through something. I'm not paying attention. But that $200-300, Spotify, yeah, Apple Music, if you're weird, you're gonna notice it now. Tidal. Okay, buddy. Let's talk about the May 2024 Ghost of Tsushima. According to the data for the best-selling video games in the United States of May 2024, that was funny, yo. Hey, yo, yeah, hey, now that jokes aside. There's a lot of people out there. They got an OnlyFans bill. Brazzers Premium. There's people out there that got the Gooner Premium. There, like, it adds up, bro. Ghost of Tsushima was the top of the list. The game jumped from 71st to 1st thanks to the release of the PC edition of Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut on May 16th. Coming in at number 2 for the month was the new Paper Mario and the rest of the Call of Duty, Helldivers. Doesn't surprise me. They just released Ghost of Tsushima on PC. You know what this data suggests? You know how I'm going to interpret this? Even more PlayStation and Xbox games are coming to PC. It shows people are genuinely interested in these games. They're just not interested in your platform. So if you're a console warrior with your sword out, with your Diamond Minecraft or sword out, ready to protect the honor of Phil Spencer and Miyamoto and whoever the president of fucking EA is, put it down. They're just trying to make $1. Don't you ever forget, there's no benefit to being a corporate cocksucker, okay?